Hello everyone again. Today we have another vehicle which is Vauxhall Astra 2010. The car has just towed in and as you can see the tow bar is still connected to the vehicle, and the car has come from another garage. They say we have changed injectors. I think this injector has been changed, and yeah, I think this injector has been changed, and after changing the injector, so the garage tried to start the engine, and they were not able to start the engine. So the car has towed in today to our garage, and also the battery is completely flat. I'm going to show you that how much voltage is available at the battery. So as you can see, digital voltmeter is connected to the battery posts, so read to the positive post, and black to the negative post, and this is the voltage that we can have, or the voltage which is available at the battery post. So, and also the hazard lights are flashing, despite of that the key is here with me, and also the doors are unlocked. As you can see, the doors are unlocked, so all doors are unlocked. So that's this. So I'm going to charge the battery and leave it until the battery get charged. Then we are going to investigate that together. So I think these are also changed, and injector number 1 has been changed. Okay, I have fully charged the battery. As you can see, the battery voltage is 12.34, because right now the ignition is on position, so the battery voltage is 12.3. But anyway, in the morning when I came here, so this light was illuminating that the battery was full, and that was green. So when I turned the ignition to on position, and so the charger started charging the battery again. So this is the battery voltage reading, and I have also connected the scanner to the vehicle, and let me show you that what fault codes we have on the scanner. So ignition is on, engine is off right now, and these are the fault code that we have from the vehicle. So P037E. So it says since DTC clear, failed last test, failed current, DTC, this ignition cycle failed, malfunction indicator lamp status not requested. So this is the definition of the code: glow flag control module feedback circuit low voltage. So that could be because of the low voltage of the battery yesterday. So then we have got P062B. So full dash 4. So the DTC history status history since DTC clear failed last test, failed current is same as the above, and this is the definition: fuel injector small quantity not learned. So the other thing is, the other DTC is P0689, and its definition is engine control ignition relay feedback circuit low voltage. So let's read the final code. This is P268A, and it says fuel injector calibration not program. So as I mentioned yesterday, that one injector has been changed. So what am I going to do? I'm going to reprogram the injector and then clear all these fault codes and put a boost charger, or to the connect the boost charger to the battery and try to start the engine and see what is going to happen. So I'm going to fully exit. So yes, I have exited. So now I'm going to the home page and go to the service. That what function can we have? We have got injectors here, and I'm going to go for the O2 and number reading. So the vehicle is, not sure, it's 2010. Just let me check the reg. What reg is the vehicle? So the vehicle is 60 plate, and this is going to be, so it's going to be, not sure if it's Astra J or H. Let me select Astra J. Okay, it says hot function. I'm going to, let's go to hot function, engine control module. What's going to happen? Fuel system, injector flow rate programming. Let's do that. Okay, current injector flow identifiers. Click the continue button on, click the continue button to reset all identifiers and program the new identifiers. Note all current injector flow identifier will be reset. Note down the current identifier if old valves remain installed. So this is the injector 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's, so this is the value. So 5D. So remember, this is going to be the 5D. I'm going to write it down in case we can't remember later. So I have written the injectors value each here, and so we are going to select continue. So cylinder or injector flow identifier 5D. So if we edit, so what number we should put here? So going for edit, enter the identifier for the first cylinder, then press the continue. Okay, I'm going to press continue. Not sure what should I do now, because let me clear changes. So I'm going to select continue. Okay, right option. How can I go back? Okay, now injector 2 has come automatically on the screen. So I'm going to select edit. So 5D, I'm going to select continue. So I'm going to right option. Now injector 3 has come for the edition to be edited. So continue. So right option. So now injector 4 is ready to be edited. So continue. So right option. So now it says cylinder 1 injector flow identifier 0, 0, 0. I'm going to select continue again. So turn ignition off. Please wait. Okay, turn the ignition on. I'm going to turn the ignition on. So it's on now. Again, prompted successfully. Okay, that's good. I'm going to select continue. Okay, that's fine. We have successfully. Okay, now permanent name value, vehicle speed, engine speed condition not met. So start the engine. So I'm not sure whether the engine can be started or not. So I'm going to try and start the engine. What is the problem? The sound of the engine is not right. I'm not sure why. So okay. So I am going to select backed and have selected, but I'm going to exit this option completely. I'm going to exit the programming option completely and go to the diagnostic menu and back. So I'm going to the home page, select diagnostic. So O2 when reading selection, O2 detection of the when number or chassis number. Okay, so I'm going to skip this all procedure, not a copy to copy, and bring you straight away the live data screen to you. So off the camera. So this is the control module I've selected. First, instead of going to the live data screen, I'm going to erase all fault codes. So these are, I'm going to erase them. So one second. I'm going to clear all fault codes. So yes, okay, code have been successfully erased. Return to the main menu. Okay, so just fuel injector small quantity not learned. So one fault code has remained. So I'm going to go back and go to live data. Okay, live data. Just so I'm going to select engine data. So then I'm going to bring some this topic on the on the top of the list, which is necessary. So this is going to be very important, the fuel rail pressure sensor. So when I'm cranking the engine, you can watch that what value we will have. So I'm going to crank the engine. So we can read the engine speed, but the fuel rail pressure is 0. So now it good. So this time it's going to start the engine. Oh, the engine tries to start, but it why? Let me go back to the live data. So I have connected the inductive pickup clamp meter on around the number 1 glow plug, and because I can't see here, I'm going to turn the ignition key to engine run position, or turn the ignition key to on position, and you watch if there is any flow of current. So now the ignition key is in off position. Let me zero this again. This is 0, so the reading is from this way, so it's approximately 0. I'm going to turn the ignition key on. So ignition is on now, and we can see some current flow. The ignition key is off again. So let me zero this again. So I'm going to turn the ignition key on back. So ignition is on. Okay, so we now have some current flow, some activity, but I'm not sure. Okay, it's 0 now because no current is flowed. So I have taken the ignition key out of the ignition and leave the car until all the system go to a sleeping mode, and then I'm going to try again. So I have connected the inductive pickup clamp here around the all four wires which go to the 4 glow plug, and now I'm going to turn the ignition key on. So we have here approximately nothing that much. I'm not sure. So I don't know how much is this, how much current should go to the glow plugs. I don't have any specification, but anyway, that was very little current that was going. Let me do like this. Okay. Now I'm going to turn the ignition on again. So it's 600. No, that's not enough. It's not going to be enough. So I'm going to investigate the glow plug module or the glow plug. So that was the inductive pickup clamp test. Now I'm going to connect the test light if we have enough current to light the test light up. Okay, now I have connected the test light to glow plug number 1 here, and the other end of the test light is connected to the battery negative post here. And this test light draws 206 milliamp current. So I'm going to mount the camera here. Just 1 second. So the camera is mounted here. The test light can be shown on the camera screen, and now I'm going to turn the ignition switch on and see if the test lights. So as you can see, the test lights, and that verifies that we have current to the glow plug. Okay, so we have reprogrammed the injectors, and in my opinion, when you cranking the engine sound doesn't look that the timing is aligned or the timing is right. So here we are going to check the camshaft position sensor and the engine speed sensor data as well. So I have brought both of them up on the screen, and because this engine you have to depress the clutch pedal and then move the ignition key to engine start position, and then the starter motor is going to engage. So you watch here, and I'm going to start to crank the engine and you watch the camshaft position sensor data and engine speed sensor data. So I'm not sure whether you have seen the live data of the speed sensor. So as I have cranked the engine by starter motor, the timing belt doesn't look to be all right. I'm going to check this time the correlation of the cam and crankshaft position sensor. So off the camera, when I cranked the engine, the scanner was with me inside the car, and we clearly were receiving the camshaft position sensor signal and the engine speed sensor as well together. So once again you watch, I'm going to crank the engine, so hopefully that will stay here. Another thing I just realized, when the ECU receives the engine RPM signal that's above the starter motor cranking or level or speed limit, so the starter motor disengage from the flywheel and the engine stalls again. So every time I try, so when the ECU receive the engine starting signal, so when I even if I hold the key into engine starting position, so the starter motor disengage. As soon as the starter motor disengage, the engine stalls again. Now I'm going to check the correlation between camshaft and crankshaft position sensor. Okay, and this is the signal that I have got from the camshaft position sensor. As you can see, if you, for example, say this is cylinder 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. So 1, 3, 4, 2, 1 again here, as you can see. So, and also when I will put a good known signal picture on the video when I was going to, when I am going to edit the video. So this is exactly matched with the good known signal. So as you can see, let me zoom in a little bit, that more if you are able to see more clearly. So once again, so if I do 16, so that's going to be zoom out or in. No, that's going to be zoom. So I'm going to move like that. So now, and let me move this little back. So the fourth 1, 1, 3, 4, 2. So the no. So as you can see, this is number 1, for example. This is 3, this is 4. The other one which cannot be shown here is number 2. So 1, 3, 4, 2. So now I'm going to check the correlation of the two signal, camshaft position sensor signal and crankshaft position sensor signal. In spite of that, I haven't got a correlation signal, a good known correlation signal, but anyway, I will take the signal data, correlation signal data of crankshaft position sensor and camshaft position sensor. Then I will check manually, physically, the timing alignment, and if the timing was out which probably is the 80% of the possibility that the timing is out. So when I align the timing back, and then when I started the engine, and I will take the camshaft position sensor and crankshaft position sensor correlation signal again after I rectified the problem. Okay, this is the crankshaft position sensor. I cannot show you every wire and its function here, but because of the space restriction, so I have to hold camera in my one hand and then work on the other hand is impossible. So when I set up the lap scope and took the correlation signal from the cam and crank position sensors, so then I will show you that. I cannot show you the setting the lap scope procedure here because the space is so restricted. So the crankshaft position sensor is located just beneath the starter motor toward the bulkhead, toward the rear of the engine here. This is the crankshaft position sensor. So this is one revolution of the crankshaft, and this is the second revolution of the crankshaft. So one